Yo, what is up guys? Ethan here back in another video, and today, this is a big week in college football. Tons of great games this week, and also the most important thing, the Big Ten is back. So this week, I have a total of 6 predictions coming out this week. Before I hop into what games, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So, of course, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, this one's going to be about Notre Dame Pitt. But before I hop into this one, I'm going to let you know all the games that I'm going to be covering this week. A little bit after this video comes out, Iowa State versus Oklahoma State. That game prediction is going to come out later today. Tomorrow, Michigan State at Minnesota. That's going to be the only game that day. Wednesday, we have two. Penn State at Indiana, and then Cincinnati versus SMU. And then Thursday, the last game is going to be NC State versus North Carolina. So those are the 6 game predictions I'm going to be covering in this week. But let's talk about this one right here. Notre Dame, the number 3 team in the country, at Pittsburgh. And these teams have some big headlines going into this week. Let's start with Notre Dame. They have struggled. Besides manhandling USF at home earlier this season, Notre Dame has won all their games respectfully, but all the games they did not look somewhat good in. I forget the first game. I think no, it wasn't Western Michigan, but that game was previously on there. Last week, they faced a 1-3 Louisville team, and I thought it was going to be close throughout. Notre Dame ended up winning in a low-scoring matchup, 12-7. So, a pretty weird game there. And you barely won versus a 1-4 Louisville team. Now, I'm surprised Louisville has done this bad, and I called it. They have one of the worst defenses in all college football. Well, at least in the Power 5. But Notre Dame, you have no excuse to only drop that amount of points versus one of the worst defenses in all of college football. That's just terrible. Also, you struggled versus Duke. I thought that game was going to be close. I was somewhat right. I'm surprised Duke is doing as bad as they were. Their defense is somewhat underrated at this point, in my opinion. But looking now at Duke, there's no excuse on that game being close. And I definitely think you're going to struggle in this one. And going on to Pitt, they have so far, if you're new here, my top 3, I'm a big fan of Penn State and Oregon. I also like Minnesota. But I really like this Pittsburgh team with their players and what they have been doing. Of course, Kenny Pickett did not play last week at Miami, as the freshman Joey Yellen was the quarterback. And Yellen did not do bad, but Pickett by far is the better quarterback. Jordan Addison, who is a very underrated wide receiver on this team, he is a freshman this year, by the way, already has 444 yards and 3 touchdowns as a freshman. So he's going to be a big name to look out for in college football in the years upcoming. And of course, the player on the thumbnail, since Kenny Gainwell and Micah Parsons are not playing this year, Paris Ford is arguably one of my top 3 favorite players in all college football, and he already has 3 interceptions this year, as Pittsburgh's defense has been phenomenal, led by Paris Ford and Patrick Jones II. And I really think this game is going to be close, mixed on, I don't see Pittsburgh going 3-0 and then losing the last 3. Well, they did. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to go under 400. You lost by 1 point to NC State and Boston College, 2 underrated teams this year. And then you got you lost by 10 plus versus Miami. For granted, Miami is a good team, but I'm very concerned with this Notre Dame team, and I'm going to take Pittsburgh in the upset. I have Pittsburgh 31-27. I think both teams are going to get more points on the board than most people would somewhat expect. I think this game's going to be close. I don't see a team winning by 7 plus. I think it's going to be a very close game, even closer than what I have, which is Pittsburgh winning by 4. My bad. I think Pittsburgh's defense is going to bounce back, and they're going to play a phenomenal game. And I think Ian Book losing his top two weapons from last year, which is Chase Claypool and Cole Kmet, I think that's going to be a big thing. And I'm not going to blame Ian Book for a loss or bad performance, but I think Notre Dame's going to struggle in this game as well. Give me Pittsburgh in an upset 31-27. Before I get off, Pittsburgh's is always used to upsetting teams. Last year it was UCF. A few years back it was Clemson. So, yeah, I think Pittsburgh wins in a upset. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.